price is overall bearish right now. 4 hours bearish, and the 1 hour is bearish overall. 1 hour is creating higher lows. Now I'm looking at this area and stopped myself a few seconds ago, and I needed to document this for myself as I'm studying this and analyzing. And just this way of thinking changed so much. It's putting things in place that it just forces you to be in that mind space. I have in front of me my trading view screen, and then I have a note sheet up of all the scriptures that apply to my current season in life right now, and just constantly keep glancing over here and looking at them and constantly keep meditating on them. It just clears my mind so much. I'm looking at gold and I was looking at all of this in between. I started looking at like the different directions price could go, up, down, the entirety of it all. And then I stopped myself because I can see here in this range how a domain expansion could be playing out. Price came to the lows, highs, didn't come back down into the lows, creates this higher low. The price could potentially go up. Would I take the buy? I can't, because the domain expansion has to be going in the overall direction of the momentum, which is bearish. So I wouldn't be able to take the buys for the domain expansion. Even if price does shoot up and come up, that's when following the system overtakes having the system for me, overtakes those emotions. And then I'm looking down, it's like, yo, this is opportunity for sells, because price came here, came down up here, rejected, and then gave this. But instead of taking an entry, was wise and say, okay, taking his entry now would also as well not be aligned with my system, because all the time frames have to be in sync. The 1 hour is still bearish because none of these are at true lower highs. Price dropped, and all this was just one candle up. It's just a consolidation range, and then came down, came back up. Because if I just zoom out on a 4-hour scale, this is just a consolidation range. Price could still push up and create a lower high. And I've observed that. And then I looked in, I said, okay, this 5 minute is not aligned bearish. The 5 minute is actually creating higher lows, higher high, higher low, higher high. Needs to take a sell right here. Just because price broke back and reject this, I immediately said, yo, what if price does this and price continues to keep creating higher lows? That taking a sell position here, even though it looks absolutely beautiful, this is a bounce play. Yes, this is a bounce play. Yes, this is at an area of resistance. Yes, price did give a bearish candlestick. No to the trend. Everything is checked off but that trend, and I'm truly blessed and grateful for God. And this is the whole reason why I built my framework. The same framework that I am blessed, it's a blessing to me. Literally, I built this framework for myself, and God sends people my way, and I start applying the same framework that I did for myself and to others, and it works for them as well. It was never meant for other people or me to even have a business off of it. It was literally meant for me because I got tired of hitting roadblocks and saying I need to step back for a little bit. I'm going to take some time back to quotations, clear my mind, and that was never the case. Me doing that, it just stunted my growth. Instead, I needed to just floor through that, and I said I got to put a system in place that allows that to happen. And doing so, especially with my trading, there's no gaps. Every time it's a emotional decision that wants to be made, it's always that one small thing. That's why I'm so big on, especially my trading people and myself as well, my system is not allowing any cracks. Because if I allowed that crack here, I would have taken the sell here. If I allowed the crack of 5 minute structure is not aligned going down, if I allowed the crack of, okay, price is rejecting a resistance, okay, bounce play, candlestick, cool, enter. One thing, that one crack would have been direction, and me leaning into my own understanding, enter the cells. Even if I would have won, that is planting that negative seed. It's like something that grows like mold. Mold doesn't just pop up. It grows over time. The longer and longer and longer that that thing sits, the more that that mold expands and grows. That's what I look at. It's like that one, even though I may win, that one time it's gonna grow because I'll do the same thing the next time. That one I may win, may not win. I could go on a winning streak by doing that, and that mold that grows. So now I start making those decisions and thinking that is a part of the system when it's really not. And when I looked at this and I said, okay, let me scale out. What would literally take away all of that? For one, price actually breaking and closing, breaking below the low, the higher low that formed. And then it's like, okay, now there, you have an area of support right here that's so close. And then you zoom out even more. It's go to the 1 hour time frame. Is what would be the, if this happens, I have a higher, much higher probability of winning this trade, or much higher probability and much more clarity of flowing. Simple. Just wait until price breaks below here. This is this major point right here. This is this in between, because price could come back down here and continue to keep doing bounce plays on the 1 hour scale. If I were to take a sell position, just wait until price breaks below here, whether that's a break or retest, breakout, the whole overall trend is bearish, so those are the two main ones. Domain expansion to the downside, this is one to the upside. For me to want to actually take sells off of the bounce play, I would have need to see price actually trending bearish. It's not doing that, and price is breaking above, and this is a domain expansion for the bullish side, so price could break up higher. And if that is the case, I would just wait until I see this 5 minute structure shift, and it has not done that. And just stepping back and observing this, it just makes things so much simpler. I'm not trying to jump in right now. It is what it is, because I look at it from the aspect of, I'm really big on this 10x. I'm very big on this because I do this for myself in every area, and I do this for everybody else that comes across me. This is something that just changes my life. It changes my mindset, my way that I operate, the way that I think, the way that I carry myself. I think in a way of 10x. Whoever it is, that goal that I had, that person that I want to be, 10x that. Whatever the profits that I want to make from trading, 10x that. Whatever it is that I want my business to do, 10x that. However many clients that is in my mind, I want 10x that. However much profit the business makes and generates, 10x that. The fitness, physique, training goals, 10x that. Just 10x everything. And me going into 10x everything mindset, it makes me truly understand, that person that is trying to get these goals, in order to get that 10x, has to be a completely different person. And what does that person look like? What is that person doing? How does that person operate? How does that person think? What is he thinking right now on the charts? And whatever it is, that's how I operate in this season. And the thought that came to my mind is that 10x is trading, not making, trading with millions of dollars in his account. If he's trading with millions of dollars in his account, and he seen the trend going down. He's seen this bounce play, this lower high, in this overall range. He's seen this domain expansion play out, and he ended up catching this sell down here. That sell down here, if he has millions of dollars in this account, he would have made six figures plus from this one leg down. If he made six figures plus from this one leg down in a matter of a couple of hours, would he come to the charts right now and see how can I make more? How can I get in right now because it is 2:52 in the morning and he opened up his charts and he wants to take a trade. Would he do that? No. He's going to say, I'm grateful for what I have. I just made six figures and six figures plus. 10x that. Seven figures. 10x that. Seven figures in a couple of hours. It's trying to catch and trying to even like identify any of this to him is irrelevant. He's on that, yo. Price breaks below here. Break, retest, break out. Then I'll look to take sales down into the lows and continue to keep going lower and lower. If price continues, then potentially down into 4,200. He says, okay, if price creates a higher low and creates a higher low here and continues to keep pushing up, I could care less about that. Price can go higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low for the next 2 weeks. I just made $1 million in a couple of trades. We can do that for the next 2 weeks before it continue to keep going down bearish. That's the mindset that he has. That's the mindset that I'm operating now. It's no rush. Because he understands that, I just made that millions. And then on top of that, I could literally just go to another pair. If there is a pair that aligns, cool. If he goes through his pairs list and he doesn't see anything that align, he sets alerts, closes the charts, and goes on about his life. He just made $1 million in a couple of hours. He's not tripping. There's no setups anywhere. Cool. And operating in that mindset is life changer for me. It allows me to be level-headed, calmness on the charts. It allows me to do that within a business. It allows me to do that within life, within my health and everything. And that 10x is truly amazing. I generally just love these things, man. I love just speaking my mind. This is what's for me, speaking my mind. And I've always done this. I love to, the more that when I just speak out loud, and I'm just thinking about this. It's so amazing how this works. It's so beautiful how this works. Because I started doing this without even realize I was doing it. I remember doing this with Danny. I told her, yo, start sending me videos, start sending me more voice messages. Like, I actually want to just, like, speak more. And I told her I've been doing it. That's what I naturally do. And I remember her telling me, it's like, yo, Seer, ever since, like, I started doing this helps me a lot more. It keeps me on track, just speaking out loud and X, Y, and Z. Like, I love it. And it actually made such a big impact for her because she still does this now. And it's beautiful because I have Keisha doing it. I have Teresa doing it. I have everybody doing it, just sending me speak more, send more videos. And it goes to show how powerful that really is. I generally just love, for my documenting and my journaling, just to turn on the mic, I don't have to turn on the camera. I would rather just speak it out loud instead of pulling up a, like, template. Instead of pulling up a template and documenting like that. I mean, I still will do it, but I'm gonna do my speaking like this first, and then on top of that, just speaking a lot. It's so much simpler. Saying things out loud, it gives me a lot more clarity than trying to type it out and X1. I can say these things live in a moment. And I want to share this. This was meant for, and it's the beautiful part about I love things. These are meant for me. And if I share this, it's literally just me talking to myself. I'm not trying to talk to. I'm talking as if I'm talking to myself. And I still apply this same thing. I don't talk in a way that I'm trying to retain attention because I'm not trying to speak to YouTube. I remember I used to always do this, and I still do this to this day. I love this. If it's not broke, I'm not gonna change it. What changed for me when how I used to study is I used to always put myself in situations of, yo, imagine if you had 1,000 people watching you right now, and somebody said, yo, Seer, break down the charts, break down this pair, go to this random pair, break it down. What would you do? And I would turn on the camera and record myself as if I was speaking to thousands of people. And it's like these videos. I love just these raw things. It's for me, you know what? I'll post it. This could plant the seed in somebody years from now. Somebody can come back from this years from now, and it just plants the seed in them. I don't feel the need to rush to try to say the perfect words. I'm literally speaking to myself now, to that older version of me back then, and to the person I'm gonna become. And I look at it as like, yo, if 1,000 people were to be watching me live, is what would I give them? You know, it's, if I had to just make this video and there were 1,000, that God sent 1,000 people my way right now as I'm recording this, would the things that you've been saying to yourself, would you sharing this, would this make an impact on their lives? Would it really help them? Yes. And this is why I go the direction that I do with my content, instead of posting to please the masses, instead of posting for a click rate, instead of posting to get a check. Look at it like that, as if God, because I always, Matthew 6:33, seek ye first the kingdom of God. God will give me peace when my mind stays on him. Like I have my scriptures like loaded. I keep this up every time during this season. I have the foundation. Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. Yes, I will keep you. Yes, I will uphold you with the right hand of my righteousness. And the Lord, he is that does go before you. He will be with you. He will not fail you, neither forsake you. Fear not, neither be dismayed. So, if God sends 1,000 people to, literally what I'm saying, it's, I understand why I had such a passion for this, why I preferred doing this. And I remember God gave me the opportunity back then, and I did it back then, and, you know, I leaned into my own understanding. I went into the worldly way of thinking. That was my biggest downfall, because these videos, I used to record videos like these 2, 3 in the morning, just me speaking my mind, me being in the car, just certain situations in my life, and I had thousands of videos of those, and I just know that would have made the biggest impact on others' lives if I would have shared those back then, because the person that I am now is the person that I was speaking about becoming back then. I said I would become this person. I said I'm gonna do this. Who I am now, and in my mindset now, speaking of this 10x person, I am that 10x version of the person back then that I used to say I wanted to be. I am that 10x version that I used to speak about 4 or 5 years ago in those videos and just never posted them. And I look at it as like, imagine how much weight that would have held if you would have just posted that. Imagine the impact that you would have made. Because when you read the Bible, it's the entire timeline. When you read about Joseph, it's the entire timeline. It's not just when he became king. Majority of Joseph's story was when he was going through the tribulations. And imagine if you shared that. And I said, yo, the journey's still going. So why would you go back into that worldly way of thinking and thinking it's like, yo, God gave you a second chance. Use it. God gave you this opportunity, and now you clearly see it's God is sending these people your way. It's not a coincidence. There's no such thing as a coincidence. It's never a coincidence. It's when you're being obedient and it's like God really is pushing you and you're taking action. God does so much, and I'm truly grateful. Like, I've had more me actually saying, you know what, I'm gonna go all in on this. I'm actually put myself out there. My business, I actually really take my business serious. Like my landing page, my offer, gaining more knowledge on business, actually reaching out to people, going all in on my clients, going all in on myself, most importantly, because I teach systems. I have an entire framework. I even have scriptures for that. I have to hold myself accountable. I can't be teaching systems and teaching others and I'm not applying it myself. The more that I actually apply it for myself, the framework to myself, it just makes teaching and helping others 1,000 times easier because I created this framework for myself. That's why I was reading that and literally last night that literally blew my mind. I was reading it in $100 million offers. It's talked about the Grand Slam offer. And I said, yo, I thought in a Grand Slam type of a way. I just never translated that thinking into an actual offer. Because I said, yo, like with my Grand Slam offer, I can guarantee you that within the first 7 days, if you show up every day and put in the work, guarantee you, I can dissect whatever it is that you come to me for, to build a trading system, to understand why you keep falling, why you keep going back. I can dissect that, ask the right questions to be able to get down to the nitty gritty of it and start building a framework in 7 days and build an entire roadmap of, yo, this is the action that we need to take. And I can guarantee that in less than 90 days, I can have an entire framework built to where is if you follow this framework, I can guarantee you the framework. I can guarantee the framework. I can't guarantee the results because the results are up to the people, up to that person. I can never guarantee that, but I can guarantee an actual framework that if you follow this, that system that you want to build, it will become automatic. That system that you want to break, it will become automatic. How long that takes is up to the person. But for me to actually build a framework and to say, yo, this is the exact thing, this is the exact system to do, exactly the cues, how to habit stack on top of that, how to take this one bad habit and build 5+ good habits on top of that, how to take this good habit and multiply it, and I can do that in less than 90 days, guaranteed. That was always my mindset. Why? Because I built the framework. And that's why I'm like, yo, this isn't a copy-paste framework. This isn't something I learned from. I literally sat down and built this entire thing and I apply it to my life every single day. That's why I know it works. So I have to be confident in that. And me taking that action and me building that out, I never knew that God didn't need me to build that just for me. He needed me to build that so I can help others. And then he starts sending people my way. Because he can't send people my way that don't know about me. Most people don't know I have a business. It's so beautiful. I had a business since since 2024. It is June 9th, 2026. And I had clients. I had people come to my business. I always had at least somebody in my business. Thing about it is I devalued my offer and I never promoted myself. I never shared that I had a business, my brand. And in doing so, literally week, within the past week, the amount of people that came to me to say they want to sign up, even though my prices are 10 times higher than what they used to be. Is it 10 times? No, not 10 times, maybe 5 times. 5 times higher than what they used to be. Those people that pay that premium make such a bigger difference in the past week, to the point where people, it's, yo, Seer, can I even put a deposit down? I don't have the full thing right now. I want to be able to put a deposit down just so I can, because I know those spots are filling up. The 10 people that you have at the 500, I know those spots are filling up. I know it's going to get to that 10 number and you raise the price up to 1,000. Can I put a deposit down now so I can secure my spot and I will pay you the rest? But I want to be able to secure this because I want it that bad. I'm willing to invest in this. Before I even have the full amount, I'm willing to invest in this. That's a blessing. And seeing that, it's, yo, this is all God. It's, yo, I gotta go. That's why I have that 10x mindset. I'm gonna continue to keep going. Continue to accomplish my list and just keep leveling up and grow. And these things that I've always kept, these screen recording videos that I've always kept to myself, I'm not in that mindset no more, that worldly mindset. I don't look at it as like somebody's gonna sit here and watch this for 27 minutes. I hope somebody watches this for 27 minutes. I need to do a thumbnail, title, a catchy title, something that gets people to click on it. No, this is not for the now. There are going to be at least one person that would sit down and watch this in the now, because I have actual, really true supporters, and I thank God so much for that. And if there's somebody right now in this season who does end up watching this video, because I'm literally in record straight to YouTube. There's no cuts, there's no edits, there's nothing for me to edit out. No promotion, no none of that, because I'm not speaking to nobody, I'm speaking to myself. This is for the future. Those people that God sends my way years from now, and they're in the same position that they come to me as like that I'm in right now. And I said, yo, I lived that. And I shared that. What you're going through, I've been through that. And I documented it. Go to my YouTube page, go to videos, click oldest, and come back and watch this video right here. You'll see the date. Tuesday, June 9th, 2026. And it's, what were you doing back then? This is what I was doing. This right here is what allowed me to get to that point that you see me at now. Doing this. Just taking action. Not caring now. Understanding that confidence of knowing, yo, it's gonna happen. When? I don't know. I can't determine that. That's not up to me. That's not in my hands. That's in God's hands. What I can do is be obedient and take action. Take so much action. The more action that you take, the more results that you achieve. So I'll end this off and grateful. Just kept on flowing, man. I'm gonna just post YouTube, and it's, even before I end this, just a side note, something to leave at the end. I remember telling myself I was gonna start doing this, I made a video and said, "Yo, I'm going to just turn on the camera, record. No fancy title, no thumbnail. This is not for the now. This is for the future. This is my whole, like, I'm not trying to get retentions. I'm not trying to get a click rate. I'm not about to do no crazy thumbnails. So literally, whatever the thumbnail that it pops up as, I'll put it here." And I just know that doing things like this outside of my super production videos with the edits and the color grading and all the good stuff, right? These videos are gonna be so impactful. The potential of it being impactful right now, nah. It's not loud. It's not a popping thumbnail. It's not a poppy title. But the impact that this video would make 10 years from now, 5 years from now, far greater than me doing a cinematic style inner dialogue, my nighttime routine or something like that. You know what I'm saying? 10 times more impactful. That's how I look at it. And saying that, it's so funny that I literally, it's not funny, it's funny because I know the routine, I know how God works, man. I know it. I just done this so many times to where it's like, this is why I want to do this. This is why I'm gonna keep doing this, because when God gives me that one, that little bit of a, you're on the right path, all I need is that little bit of a, you're on the right, keep going. And this is that little bit. Never when I posted the videos and X, Y, and Z, this happened. The one video where I said, "Yo, I'm gonna start doing this. I'm gonna apply my framework. I'm not going back to that old me. Turn on the camera, record, no cuts, doesn't matter how long it is, and just flow. Post. No edits, no thumbnail, no color grading." That one video, I just happened to open up my email, and somebody came in my email and literally gave me a whole dissection on that video of how me doing that concept that I have, I should not be doing it. That person literally, like, they had some analytical thing to be able to analyze my channel and the video stats. They had more analytics than I had, honestly. And they said, "Yo," they pointed out the things, they pointed out the description of how I said I don't care about the title, the thumbnail, no cuts, no edits. And they said, "Yo, what you're doing is, you have a lot of potential, but what you're doing is wrong with this." And it was that one video. It wasn't the channel overall. It was that one specific video. It wasn't a screenshot of the overall channel. It was that one specific video. The first video that I said, "I'm gonna start doing this. You need to do this and X, Y, and Z, your thumbnails, and I need to X, Y, and Z, like, I can fix this for you." And I said, "Wow, I'm gonna keep doing this." And honestly, doing that, it really put so much into perspective for me, because I used to be in that Instagram, TikTok mentality of retention rate, try to make it as fast and as quick as possible. And now it's like, flow. I don't care how long it is. I would sit down and watch a 2-hour Spider-Man movie, and all that is just entertainment. It don't change my life and help me or impact me in any type of way, watching the Spider-Man movie. Unless I'm watching it for, what's the word, cinematography. See the angles and to that, yeah, I guess. Not that much, though. Watching a 30-minute podcast, makes a lot of impact. An hour documentary makes a lot of impact. And this is, what, 34 minutes now? I don't feel the need to rush through it. I don't feel the need to, it's like, yo, I need to check this post to see how many views it got. You know, to that person watching this could be something that could really impact you and change your life, man. Speak. Just speak out loud more. That's something I used to do before I even started recording myself, before I even got into this content stuff or anything. I used to always go, back in 2021, I used to always go to this park every single night at around this time, because I used to always be up during this time anyway. I used to go to this park. It's called Raleigh Park back in my hometown. I used to go back there, and I would just literally either sit in the car, or if it felt nice outside, go sit on the hood of the car and literally just look into the stars and sky and just talk to God for hours. Like what I'm doing now, I would speak that with no camera, no audio recording, literally talking to God. No feeling need to, it's like, yo, let me hurry up this conversation. Because I realized it's like, God wanted that. God was that, God, not was, is. God is that best friend that it's, you say, yo, I'm going through this. Yo, I need to vent to you. Yo, I need to talk to you. It's the best friend that's propped up, hands on the cheeks, feet kicking. I'm all ears. Put the phone away. Do not disturb. I'm all ears. And you talking the same type of energy that they had when you first came to them. They got that same energy an hour later while you're still talking. And they didn't say a single word. You just needed to vent to them. They're not trying to butt in and give their advice or anything. It's you just wanted to pour everything out that was going through your mind, and they propped up all ears, kicking feet. Was kicking feet an hour ago, kicking feet now. Just listening, taking it in. That's all you needed. You didn't need advice. You didn't need X, Y, and Z. You just needed somebody to talk to. Let God be that person for you, and that's what God was for me. And he still is, and that's what he is for me. That's why I love this. Even recording this now, it's like I'm talking to myself, right? And the same things I used to do back then, I just press record and I'm doing it now. Obviously, when I'm doing it with God, it's a lot more intimate. So I know I'm recording this for others. Like when it's just me and God, I'm recording this to post. I'm not recording this for others. I'm recording this post, but when it's just me and the God, it's a lot more intimate. Because the word talks about it as well as certain things. It was in Revelation, it was like certain things just sealed. It's just for you, between you and God. It's sealed up. Not everything has to be shared. Just spend that time with God speaking. God would just listen to me for hours. When I'm in those states, God just listens. And it just brings me so much warmth and comfort knowing that I have that in my life. That's who God is for me. That's it. That's who he is for me. That's who my Lord is for me. And it really changed my life. And to somebody watching this, it could change your life as well too. Just spend more time speaking to God and speak without expecting an answer. Speak with honesty. Speak to be real. How do you build a relationship with your soon to be wife that you want to make your wife? You got to be honest and truth. And how do you build the biggest bonds? Is you keep it 100. You don't lie. You don't cover things up. And with God, you don't have to cover up anything. You can express it all, and he's there for you no matter what. So just open up to him and let him take you into his arms. That is all I have to say for today.